Hi friends, welcome back to Rafting Magazine's cooking series, and today we are cooking Kate's Korean barbecue skewers. So Kate sent this recipe in to us. She's actually one of our finalists for our cooking contest this year, and she gave us a great recipe, so we're going to dive into it. And I did a little variation on this. We are going to be using a little bit of mushroom in it because Lulu is vegetarian and she requested a portobello mushroom. So we are going to use this beautiful portobello mushroom we have, as well as chicken and some veggies to make these skewers. And we'll dive into it, and then we'll also put the recipe up on Rafting Magazine's recipe library so that you have access to this, as well as all the other recipes from our cooking series. Step one, get our tools ready. Today, we are using our BioLite Complete Camp Cook Kit and our BioLite Toolkit. Let's go. The first thing that we need to do before we prep our protein is that we need to set up our marinade. Now, this calls for a couple different things, and the first one here is going to be some fermented chili paste. And then also, it called for Peter Luger steak sauce. I tried to find something that was really close, but we got this Primal Kitchen steak sauce. I like to cook with organic stuff whenever possible, so we got that. And then some Auntie Sue's unfiltered wildflower honey. So I'm gonna pre-measure those out, drop those in this bag, get our marinade set, and then I'm gonna cut up our chicken. So let's start with the marinade. Now that we got that marinade down, we're gonna set that aside for a minute, and we've got some organic boneless, skinless chicken breast. So we're gonna use that. Normally, I'm a thigh guy, but Kate's recipe is calling for some chicken breast. So let's bust out this chicken breast. Get some of these nice chicken pieces all chopped up into 1/4-inch pieces. Then we're gonna load them into the bag, and then we're gonna let them marinate. So this might take some time, but you can do this in advance, or you can do it a couple hours before it, maybe do it in the morning. But just wanna make sure you get those nice chicken breasts all sliced up into some good quality 1.25-inch pieces of chicken breast, maybe like that. It might be a little bit big, but you know, just depending on how you measure things. All right, chicken's all prepped. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna drop it in here, and then we're gonna seal this bag up, shake it up, get that marinade all over all those pieces of chicken, and then let it marinate, and then we're gonna go on to veggie prep. We've got some red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, and we have a yellow onion. Chef Robin recommended this is one of the best for cooking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these and we are gonna start prepping them, and we're gonna cut them up into 1.25-inch squares so that we can slide them on the skewers real easy. Now, because we have some vegetarians in the group, I also have a portobello mushroom. I'm gonna see how this turns out. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm gonna replace this. Instead of chicken, we're gonna be using this for Lulu so that she can have something that's a vegetarian skewer. So let's start getting into it, start prepping these things up. Red bell pepper, set. Yellow bell pepper, done. Onion, done. Last thing on these veggies is this portobello mushroom. This is gonna be a little bit of an experiment for me. Again, it's not part of the recipe, but we do have a vegetarian in the group, so I kinda wanted to do something for her and just see how this turned out. So a little experimentation with Kate's recipe. Hope you don't mind, Kate, but we're gonna give it a try. So I think I am just going to slice this into quarters, and then we're gonna use that in lieu of chicken. Gonna get some pellets in here, start it up, and get it going. So today we're gonna start with putting the skewers on, and I've pre-moistened the skewers. I just let them soak in water. This way they're not gonna burn. But we're gonna start out with Lulu's veggie ones. So we're gonna use Kate's recipe here and see what we can do with this for Lulu, because obviously she's a vegetarian. So we're gonna take some onion, we're gonna throw it on there, and then drop a little more onion on there. And then we're gonna get some of these, nice bell peppers, slide that onto there, get a little color on there, and then just repeat the process. We'll see this skewer already. Next up, we're gonna start with our chicken skewers. Now I did select some skewer lengths that were the appropriate size for our BioLite stove. And these are about the width of the cook surface. So we're just gonna keep loading up this delicious chicken on here. And then we'll be back with all these skewers ready to go, throw on there. Got our grill up to about 500, 600 degrees, and it's going good. So we're gonna put the mushrooms on first, and then we're gonna let those cook down a little bit, and then we're gonna start throwing chicken on here and just see how it goes. So looks good, smells good, looking forward to this. As we're cooking this, we're gonna give it a couple quarter turns just to see how this is going. And I'm gonna use my tongs here because this is getting hot. Yeah, it's starting to cook real nice.
What do you think of the recipe?
10 out of 10. The mushrooms are the best part. This is gonna get all over my face.
All right, friends, that's how you put together Kate's Korean barbecue skewers. And again, we did a little variation with the portobello mushroom, and it's an awesome recipe. I give it some pretty great marks for simplicity, and it actually produces quite a lot of food as well. So if you want more information on this, check out Rafting Magazine's recipe library. And also you can check out BioLite, because this was designed for the BioLite Complete Camp Cook Kit and on this wonderful grill that we have. So if you have questions about this, as always, drop those below. And a huge thank you to Kate for submitting this recipe, and also all of those of you who submitted recipes to the Rafting Magazine cooking contest.